What's going on, guys? Figured I'd give a one-on-one talk. Hopefully we can head somewhere, park and other places today. But I've been really wanting to do a video about Gen 2. Everyone's been talking about it, and everyone's been making videos about it, and I figured I'd get my fresh input on it, and if you haven't already Googled it, or haven't already known, I'm here to put my insight out. 8.0, look at that, egg's doing good. As you can tell, if you remember, Gen 2 is the Johto, where it incorporated babies, and incorporated some all new starters, and it even incorporated, Togepi, and interesting Pokemon like that, which it got me excited. Let's talk number one right here. Number one baby is Cleffa. It went to Clefairy, then from Clefairy went to Clefable. So, most likely, they're gonna have, I guess, what they usually do is Cleffa 25 candy, then Cleffa to Clefairy at 25, and then Clefairy to Clefable maybe at 50 or 100. If they change it. Most likely, I think that the babies are just gonna go to 25, and then from 25 it'll either go to 50 or 100, depending on how, the end result is on what's the last evolution. The next baby they're gonna incorporate is Igglybuff. Igglybuff to Jigglypuff, Jigglypuff to Wigglytuff. Now, at first, I thought Gen 2, they weren't, I forgot about the babies, actually, but in Gen 2, I thought they were just going to incorporate the last evolutions, Electrive, Magmortar, things like that. But I'm guessing, I think that was later. I don't think that was Gen 2. I think that was later. But from what I've been hearing, they are incorporating the babies. I knew they were going to incorporate, obviously, the starters and some new region Pokemon. We are only getting Miltank. Europe is only getting Smeargle. And I forgot Asia and Australia. I'll get back to you guys on that, because we'll probably make another video about Gen 2 in our newest updates if we hear anything. But from what I've been hearing, there are, that besides some extra evolutions, they're going to add Breloom. Let me get that correct. So from Gloom to Breloom instead of Vileplume. I don't know how the fork is going to be, There was items in the game. Whether we're going to get items or not, I personally don't think we are. I think it's just going to depend on, selection or, how much candy. If you go to 100 candy, it's Vileplume, but maybe if you do 50 candy, it's Breloom, It could incorporate different ways. If they include items, that'll be great. It'll give us more insight and more ideas to do it. Let's see, who else they're going to add? They're going to do Politoed. So from Poliwhirl to Politoed or Poliwrath. Obviously, there was an item involved, and Poliwhirl went to Politoed. Since there's no item, I'm guessing Poliwhirl's, what is it, 100 candy to Poliwrath? I mean, it could be during a certain time. It could be 50 candy this way, 100 candy this way. Could be incorporated different ways. Who else do we have that's going to be new? Slowking. This one's going to be unique because it's not going to be from a second person. It's going to be from the first Pokemon. So from Slowpoke to Slowking instead of Slowbro. It's going to be unique because, obviously back then you traded him, you got Slowking with the King's Rock. Yeah. But maybe there'll be just certain candy. Because they may add items, but I don't see them adding so much at one time, because that'll be too much and too confusing. Maybe if they'll incorporate slowly but surely, maybe. But knowing how small the game is and how much they're slowly adding things, it doesn't seem likelihood. But if you hear anything, or if you know anything more than I would, then please put your input. I would like to know. But it's going to be a little difficult. One thing I'm looking forward to is Steelix. Steelix really buffed up Onix. Onix was great. Brock had him. He was great in that first gym. But, he wasn't as loved. And then when Steelix came, he was loved. I feel like that Metal Coat really helped when you trade him. And also, if you remember, the Metal Coat also helped Scyther, which we'll talk about in a couple seconds. But Onix, most likely, they're just going to do 50 candy for both Scythers and for the Onix, 50 candy. I would like to see 100 only because I know Onix is a really hard Pokemon, but also it was well worth it. He's like the under version of Magikarp. Well worth it. Alright. We have Hitmonlee, which if you remember, there was 2 Pokemon that helped, or that did with the Hitmonlee family. You had Hitmontop and Tyrogue. Tyrogue was the baby, and he either went to Hitmonlee, Hitmontop, or Hitmonchan. Chan was attack, Lee was defense, Top was equal. And we do have the attacks and defense and statistics like that. So I can see incorporating where if you save Tyrogue is at 25 candy, and you can, it's almost like an Eevee kind of where it's 25 candy, but if he has only defense, he'll go straight to Hitmonlee. If he's equal only in attack, he'll go to Hitmonchan. If it's equal attack and defense, you can probably see the Hitmontop. So most likely that. Horsey to Seadra to Kingdra. Kingdra I could see 100 candy because it was one again a really good Pokemon. Here's the Scyther. There we go. The Scyther, again, I see 50, I mean, but he's probably going to be just as equal as everyone else. Like, if they just put 50, most likely Scyther and Onix, and the ones that just get another edition, most likely I can just see 50, but maybe 100. I mean, depending on how tough they want to be on us. See, with the Electabuzz and the Magmars, now they had a second evolution, which was Electrive and Magmortar. But in Gen 2, I'm hearing they're only getting the babies, which is Electakid and Magby, which we all remember them. Most likely, like I said, not really going to be much to evolve the baby to up, but at least it would be nice to have them. Then we'll talk about Eevee, which I don't have an Eevee, so I'm just going to show you my Flareon for now. We'll just pretend he's an Eevee. I gotta change his name. But, so, with the Eevee, we all remember, obviously, many, like, we have Leafeon, Glaceon, things like that in the very future. But for Gen 2, we have Espeon and Umbreon. Espeon during the day, Umbreon during the night. But he did involve some kind of friendship, but the main conclusion was, if you evolve him in day, it was Espeon, evolve him in night, it was Umbreon. Friendships really are not incorporated in the game, but how they're going to incorporate, so you make sure that you got those evolutions and you don't end up getting another Flareon or Jolteon, I don't know. Obviously, we'll hear more about the news, because from what I know, Gen 2 isn't going to be maybe around April. It could be between January to April, depending on, what we're going to get. So we'll find out, obviously. There's probably going to be more news later on down the road. And lastly, I'm going to talk about is Porygon. Porygon had 2 other people. He had Porygon 2, which was a trade with the upgrade, and then the dubious disc to Porygon Z. We'll obviously won't see Porygon Z for quite some time, but at least we're going to see Porygon 2. As you can see, I only have 5 candy, because I've only seen 2 Porygons. That's going to be a long time since then. It's going to be quite a time. Other than that, I mean, there is some pretty good incorporating. I mean, hope we'll get the buddy system within this week or next week. We're supposed to see that soon. Any other future updates I can't see, besides the future of Gen 2, which, like I said, they're just going to be awesome. Like, I'm looking forward to Togepi, because Togepi, the Togetic, the Togekiss was pretty cool. Johto was really fun. I do like the new ones, like Unova and things like that, and Sun and Moon is going to be my baby, which I'm going to be playing that, so, and I'll make sure to send some videos and shout y'all's way. I just got it vibrated. A Pidgey. A Pidgey decided to come say hi to us today. Other than that, I mean, there's going to be a lot incorporated for Gen 2, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. One more I forgot that I don't have is a Chansey to a Blissey. Most likely 50 candy. Didn't want to forget that, but Chansey does not like me, so I haven't seen it yet. But again, you guys let me know, who you guys looking forward to, hashtag Steelers, or hey, I like Scizor, let me know, and hopefully we can talk more about this, and I'll relay some news if I hear anything, and if I see anything on the news, I'll definitely post it and let you guys know. But I just been meaning to get this off my chest to make sure we talk about it, hey, how do you pronounce this guy, or hey, like, hey, think that this person evolves to what? What do you think? Yeah, so, sorry, I very stutter sometimes. It's just, I just trying to get it off my chest, and I can't think of the right words without messing up the name. I'm not gonna be like one of those people that mess up the name. Alright, and then hopefully by the end of the day, I'll have a video that posts more of my evolutions, so let's hope we can get some good evolutions today. I mean, if our hunt for Dratini will continue. Again, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit that like.